Welcome back. Please like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
Good morning. Today we are looking at a major breakthrough in technology coming from Singapore. The city-state has officially launched the world's first commercial-grade 6G pilot network.
Hello, Alex. It is a very significant step for global telecommunications. This new network uses special high-frequency waves to reach incredible speeds. In fact, experts estimate it is 100 times faster than the 5G technology we use now.
That speed is impressive, but the response time is even more remarkable. The latency, or the delay in data, is now less than 1 millisecond. This was previously thought to be impossible for a commercial network.
That is correct. Because the delay is so low, this network can support things like hyperreality and self-driving delivery systems in busy cities. It is designed to handle the next generation of digital life.
I also understand that artificial intelligence plays a big role in this infrastructure. Could you explain that?
Yes. The network integrates AI directly into its system. This allows the signal to heal itself if there is a problem. It also helps the city save energy by optimizing power use across the digital grid.
It sounds like Singapore is providing a blueprint for the rest of the world. Even though global standards for 6G are still being discussed, this pilot program gives hardware and software makers a real-world place to test their tools.
Exactly. It is a bold move that puts Singapore at the forefront of the digital future.
A fascinating development indeed. Thank you for your analysis, Jamie. We will continue to monitor how this technology impacts the global market.
You are welcome, Alex.
Good morning. Today we are discussing a significant development in technology that could change how we travel. Researchers have just confirmed a major breakthrough in battery power.
That is correct, Alex. A new solid-state battery has been successfully tested. This battery can power an electric vehicle for over 1,000 kilometers on a single charge.
That is an incredible distance. For our listeners, could you explain how this is different from the batteries we currently use in our phones and cars?
Most current batteries use a liquid inside to move energy. This new technology uses a solid ceramic material instead. Because there is no liquid, the battery is much safer and significantly reduces the risk of fire.
Safety is a very important point, especially as the Trump administration focuses on improving American infrastructure and hardware. Besides safety, I understand the charging speed is also a major highlight.
Yes, it is. The trial results show that these batteries can be recharged to 80% capacity in less than 8 minutes. This will likely end range anxiety, the fear that an electric car will run out of power before reaching a charging station.
It sounds like this will impact more than just the automotive industry.
Definitely. This will improve consumer electronics, like laptops and smartphones, by making them last longer and stay durable for many years.
When will this technology be available for the public to buy?
Companies are already preparing their factories. We expect the first commercial products to hit the market by the third quarter of this year.
This is truly a pivotal shift for the industry, prioritizing both performance and safety. Thank you for that analysis, Jamie.
You are very welcome, Alex.
Hello and welcome. Today, we are looking at the latest economic news from the Federal Reserve.
That is right, Alex. After their two-day policy meeting, the Fed announced that interest rates will remain the same. The current range stays between 5.25% and 5.50%.
This decision was expected by most experts on Wall Street. Could you explain why the Fed chose to wait instead of changing the rates?
Certainly. The Board of Governors stated that inflation is slowly moving toward their long-term goal of 2%. However, the labor market is still very strong. Because many people are still working and spending, the Fed wants to be careful. They are using a wait-and-see approach to ensure prices stay stable.
So they are looking for a balance. They want to control inflation without hurting the economy. How did the financial markets react to this news?
The markets were very calm. Since investors expected this move, there were no big surprises. Analysts say this steady hand from the Fed shows a commitment to long-term stability.
It also mentions that the central bank will continue to reduce its holdings of government securities. Does this mean the era of big interest rate hikes is finally over?
It appears so, Alex. The focus has shifted. The Fed is no longer acting aggressively. Instead, they are now looking for a path of steady, sustainable growth for the rest of the year.
That is a very clear summary. It seems the goal now is to keep the economy moving forward at a safe pace.
Exactly. Stability is the priority for now.
That is a very clear summary. It seems the goal now is to keep the economy moving forward at a safe pace.
Exactly. Stability is the priority for now.
Thank you for that analysis, Jamie. And thank you all for joining us for this update.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We're looking at a major development in the global economy. Gold prices have just reached a new record high.
That is correct, Alex. Today, the price of gold passed $2,850 per ounce. This is the highest level we have ever seen. It marks a significant moment for financial markets.
It certainly does. Many people call gold a safe haven asset. When there is uncertainty in the world, investors usually move their money into gold because it is seen as stable. Jamie, what is causing this specific surge?
A big part of the reason is that central banks, especially in Asia and the Middle East, are changing their strategy. They are buying large amounts of gold to diversify their reserves. Essentially, they want to rely less on traditional currencies and have more control over their own wealth.
This happens as President Trump's administration continues to focus on new trade and fiscal policies. Under his leadership, many countries are looking for ways to protect themselves against currency changes and global volatility.
Exactly. And it is not just big banks. Private investors and wealth managers are also buying more physical gold. We are even seeing the prices of other metals like silver and platinum start to rise as well.
Financial analysts believe this trend will continue. As long as central banks keep buying, the price of gold will likely stay very high. This could change how people plan their investments for the rest of 2026.
It is a steady shift in the global market. For now, gold remains the top choice for those seeking safety.
Thank you for that analysis, Jamie. We will continue to monitor these market changes closely. Thank you for listening.
Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at a major update from Washington. President Trump has officially signed a new infrastructure bill called the New Deal for the 21st Century.
Good morning, Alex. This is a significant piece of legislation. It is designed to modernize the nation's industrial areas. The plan focuses specifically on repairing old bridges and expanding the heavy rail system.
The president described this bill as a core part of his America First agenda. One key detail is the Buy America rule. This means all raw materials used for these projects must come from U.S. suppliers.
That is correct. During the signing ceremony, the president emphasized job creation. He believes this bill will provide thousands of new positions for blue-collar workers. The goal is to make sure the U.S. transport network remains the most competitive in the world.
It is also worth noting that the bill received bipartisan support. This means lawmakers from both the Republican and Democratic parties agreed that the country's logistics system needs an urgent upgrade.
Implementation will begin right away. The government has identified the Midwest and the Appalachian regions as the first priorities. These areas are the traditional hubs for manufacturing and energy production.
This bill seems to be a very clear investment in domestic industry. It focuses on the traditional sectors that form the backbone of the economy.
It certainly does, Alex. It is a long-term plan to strengthen the country from the inside out. We will continue to follow the progress of these projects as they begin.
Thank you for that analysis, Jamie. And thank you for listening to our update today.
Have a productive day.
Good morning. Today, we are looking at the conclusion of the Indo-Pacific Maritime Summit. After 3 days of meetings, a new security agreement has been reached.
That is correct, Alex. It is called the Mar-a-Lago Declaration. President Trump hosted the summit and signed the agreement along with several leaders from Southeast Asian nations.
President Trump stated that this pact shows a strong commitment to keeping sea lanes open. It also aims to protect the sovereignty, or the independent rights, of each country in the region.
To achieve this, the agreement includes some very practical steps. For example, the countries will begin joint naval patrols. They will also build a shared maritime surveillance system to monitor the waters more closely.
It is also interesting to note the focus on infrastructure. The pact specifically mentions protecting undersea data cables and offshore energy resources. These are vital for the economic stability of everyone involved.
Precisely. By making this partnership official, the Trump administration hopes to create a steady environment for regional trade. This should reduce the chance of disagreements or conflicts at sea.
Many political analysts see this as a strategic move. It strengthens American influence in the region while encouraging local nations to take a lead in their own security.
It certainly marks a significant step for international cooperation in the Indo-Pacific.
Thank you for that clear overview, Jamie. And thank you all for listening to our report. We will continue to follow these developments.
Goodbye for now.
Hello, everyone. Today, we are discussing an important update from the city of Detroit.
That's right, Alex. The Detroit Urban Renewal Initiative has just reached its 5-year mark. This is the halfway point of their 10-year plan to help struggling neighborhoods.
It is an ambitious project. What makes this initiative different from traditional city planning?
Well, it focuses on the people who already live there. Over the last 5 years, they have turned thousands of empty lots into urban farms, green parks, and affordable housing.
And the results are very positive. Local reports show that crime in these areas is down, and the value of local property is going up.
Yes, but importantly, this is not just about making the area expensive. Instead of pushing residents out, the project helps them own the land they are improving. They call this wealth building for the community.
So the goal is social connection and a better environment, rather than just quick commercial growth.
Exactly. The project is successful because of a strong partnership between local nonprofits and private foundations. They are working together to create a stable future for the city.
Many urban planners are now watching Detroit very closely. They believe this could be a model for other industrial cities around the world.
It is a great example of how a city can change when the community leads the way.
Thank you for that insight, Jamie, and thank you all for listening to our report today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our program. Today, we are looking at a major new study about the way we work.
Good morning, Alex. This report is quite significant. It surveyed over 500,000 employees from all around the world. It gives us a clear look at how remote work affects our mental health.
The results are very interesting. Since the shift to hybrid work, many people feel much better. In fact, the data shows a 15% reduction in burnout.
That is a positive trend. People seem to have a better balance between their jobs and their private lives. However, the study also points out some serious challenges.
Yes, specifically for younger workers. They find it difficult to find mentors or learn from older colleagues in a virtual environment. They are missing that physical connection.
There's also a worry about social isolation. While people are still very productive at home, they can feel lonely. Because of this, sociologists are suggesting a third way.
Right. They are calling for new urban designs. This means building shared workspaces right inside our residential neighborhoods. This way, people can work near home but still be around others.
It is a fascinating idea. These findings will likely change corporate policies and how we build our cities in the future.
Indeed. The relationship between where we are and what we do is changing. Thank you for sharing these insights today, Jamie.
My pleasure, Alex. Thank you for listening.
Good morning. I'm Alex. Today, we have a significant update from NASA regarding the Artemis 6 mission.
Hello, Alex. It is indeed an important day for space exploration. The Artemis 6 orbiter has sent back high-quality data from the moon's south pole. It confirms that there are vast amounts of water ice in the shadowed regions.
This is a major discovery. Scientists used advanced technology to map these ice fields. They found that the deposits are much larger than they previously thought.
That is correct. These ice fields are located in areas that never see sunlight. Because the ice is so plentiful, scientists believe we can process it into two vital resources, oxygen for breathing and hydrogen for rocket fuel.
It's a very practical discovery. Many experts are now calling the moon a gas station for space travel. By using the moon's resources, we don't have to carry heavy water and fuel all the way from Earth. This will make future missions to Mars much more realistic.
Precisely. The data also revealed unique minerals within the ice. This suggests that the moon's geological history is more complex than our earlier model showed. It is not just a dry, empty rock.
Looking ahead, the timeline is moving fast. Under the current administration, NASA is accelerating its plans. They want to start the first robotic mining demonstration as early as late 2027.
It is a steady and exciting step forward. This discovery truly marks a turning point in how we explore deep space.
Thank you for sharing these details, Jamie. We will continue to monitor the progress of the Artemis mission. Thank you for listening.
Good evening. Today, we bring you a significant report regarding a major breakthrough in medical science.
That is correct, Alex. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, has officially approved a revolutionary treatment for a rare genetic disorder called Leber congenital amaurosis.
This is a condition that often leads to total blindness. However, this new therapy uses a technology called CRISPR to edit the defective gene.
It is a fascinating process. Doctors use this technology like a pair of molecular scissors to fix the gene directly inside the patient's eye. This is the first time the FDA has cleared a CRISPR treatment that works inside the human body.
The results from the clinical trials are very impressive. Reports show that 90% of the participants experienced a significant restoration of their vision.
Yes, and many of those patients are now able to walk and navigate independently, even in low-light conditions. It truly marks the beginning of a new era in medicine.
Medical experts are calling this precision medicine. By correcting problems at the molecular level, we can now treat conditions that were once considered incurable.
This success is expected to lead to more treatments for other hereditary diseases, such as muscular dystrophy. It is a very hopeful time for many families.
It is indeed. This progress reflects the ongoing commitment to medical innovation under the Trump administration. We will continue to follow these developments closely.
Thank you for joining us for this update.
Have a professional and pleasant evening.